Hi, my name is Steve Welker, and welcome back to my Radical Resiliency channel. We've been talking about the resiliency triangle, and these are the primary characteristics that resilient people have. As you'll recall, the first is a positive attitude, the second is commitment to goals, and the third that we're going to talk about here is the need for a strong support group. You know, Simon and Garfunkel have that song, I'm a rock, I'm an island. Well, maybe, but they weren't resilient. No man is an island. In order to be truly resilient, you've got to have a strong support team. You need somebody on the sideline cheering you on. In my seminars, I talk to people about ways that they can build these strong support groups in terminology that they can understand. It's not complicated, but you need to make sure that you have a healthy support group. I want to give you an example of a support group I needed and was fortunately able to put together. Before my accident, I was an avid snow skier. I skied all over the western United States, and I just loved it. I loved everything about snow skiing. And after I became blind, I thought I was never going to snow ski again, and it broke my heart. Here was this thing that was a major part of my life for so long that I was never going to be able to do again. Then I heard about blind skiers and the United States Blind Skiers Association. Who knew such a thing existed? The fact that it was out there gave me hope that I'd be able to do this. But I wasn't going to do this on my own, certainly. The first member of this support team had to be my wife, Christy, because if she didn't want me to do it, I wouldn't have done it. I explained to her what it is I wanted, and she agreed, and she let me do that. That's a big deal. Can you imagine letting your spouse go off and ski in the dark? But she was on board. Christy had this attitude with me after I lost my sight. She calls it her sit on her hands attitude. Sometimes she just had to sit on her hands and allow me to fail. And I'm so glad that she did this because it has allowed me to grow and become more independent. Secondly, I needed a guide, somebody that was going to guide me down the hill. This is a big deal. Could you imagine guiding your blind friend, your newly blind friend down a hill? A scary thing. Well, I was very fortunate. A good friend of mine, Dino Paul, volunteered to be my blind ski guide before I even had to ask. Thirdly, I had to find an instructor that would teach Dino and me how to pull this off. And we found that instructor in Lake Tahoe at a place called North Star. We went up there, and 10 months after the accident that left me blind, I was learning to ski in the dark. And it was a very challenging thing to learn, I got to tell you. I explained to people it was a combination of sheer exhilaration and terror learning to ski as a blind guy. But what I found out is that for those few seconds when I'm skiing, I'm no longer blind. I'm just a skier, and it's awesome. The importance was that I had this support team, and I was able to accomplish this amazing task because of my amazing support team. When I do my seminars, I talk to people about how they can build a support team to do something as amazing as skiing in the dark. Thanks for coming by to learn more about radical resiliency and the resiliency triangle. I'm sure I can help your organization become more resilient. Please contact me and let's put together a program. Thank you.